I'm graduating this year and I'm thinking of moving. My boyfriend said he'll come too. Continued, is that a bad idea to move in together? What up, y'all? Josh and Isi here once again with another quality video.
So as promised, we are back with a part 2 for our therapy Thursdays. We had so many questions submitted on both Josh's Instagram and mine. We knew we had to come back with another one because the last one was kind of rushed. We had to get Josh to work and stuff, but now we have a little bit more time to give y'all a little bit more quality. I know, but we have a little more time than last time.
A little more time. This job be getting in the way.
All right, babe. Anyway, let's hop into this so we can knock some out. Babe.
All right, but if you're new to Quality Crew, there's a button at the bottom of the screen. Looks just like this. Go ahead and hit that button. It does nothing for y'all, but it does numbers for us and helps get this quality message out to the rest of the world. After you're done with that, hit that subscribe button because we know you are feeling the vibe. And then after that, go ahead and hit that notification button because it notifies you every time we post, and we post. Barry, turn that off now. We post very often. Let's go ahead and get into this therapy. Oh, disclaimer. We are definitely not therapists. We are just influencers, and we have a great relationship, and we can give you our advice on what we think we would do in our experiences. Okay. Yeah. If you are having trouble with your relationship and you feel like it needs some serious, deep help, go seek real therapy from real trained professional therapists. Yeah. Otherwise, this is just some friendly advice, y'all. Let's go ahead and get to this video.
All right, I got one. Somebody said, is spending too much time together bad? Can you get burnt out too fast? 1.5 or 1.5 years in.
Here's my take on that. If it is like cuddle cake time
all the time, true,
you guys are probably
gonna get burnt out.
You're gonna get burnt out.
Yeah.
I think what's kept us pretty good,
the friendship. For those who are new,
the friendship
started as besties. We have a story time on it. Just watch it after this video.
Just go watch it after the video. But I think that if we're just straight cuddle caking time, like we have our times where we're like just on top of each other, and even then we'll get on each other like, all right, bro, we need to do something productive. Yeah. Nobody wants somebody on top of them 24/7. Yeah. We spend a lot of time together, and yet we still need time apart.
Yeah, there'll be times where Josh might be working out in here, or I'm in his room just chilling, or we can be in the same room but just be doing two completely different things. Yeah. We're not like on each other. We've never been a PDA couple like that anyway, though. We've had a very, to me, healthy balance of being affectionate and stuff, and also just being on some like cool, like how we were when we were just friends. We have a really good balance with that. So I feel like if anything, like what Josh said, if you're always kind of on some like affectionate cuddles type stuff, you can get, I wouldn't even say it's burnt out, more so just like
what's next?
Yeah, like kind of like what's next. So I would try to find like either common goals or fun things that you guys like to do that doesn't involve just being on top of each other. So like sometimes we'll whip out Uno or Jenga. Try to spice up your relationship. Do things different than what you've done within the 1.5 years of the relationship, because clearly it's making you a little bit tired. And that's something I've always told Josh is interesting, because we've been together for 5 going on 6 years next year, but it doesn't feel like it. Like I don't feel like we've been together over half a decade at all. It still feels like a very new, fresh, lively relationship.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's also because we're very willing to try new things. We're open to like exploring the world together. Yeah. But at the same note, we've had individual hustles that we work on. Like I go to work every day, so that gives you time to yourself. Or like back when we were in college, you would be filming hella back when she was the only influencer a part of this. Like when it was just her doing influencing work, she would be in that room working her butt off, and I would just give her space. Like I know she didn't need me on top of her, like asking for love and affection at that point. Like, yo, you know, we should be hanging and kicking. I never got jealous of her hustle. I actually just like, yo, do it. If that's what makes you happy, do it. I'll still be here when you're ready to kick it, because I know you're gonna need some downtime, but that's when I come in. When you got your work time, that's on you. When do you think is the right time to move in together?
So my stance on this is basically, I know a lot of people see me at Josh's house all the time, but really I just be like kicking in here, and this is kind of like my space to film compared to home. But anyway, long story short, so many people are always confused because they're like, oh, I thought you guys lived together, blah, blah, blah. But I had told Josh some years ago that my stance on it was that I wasn't comfortable moving in together until there was a ring on my finger, because my cousin said this quote a long time ago that just stuck with me of like, why would the man buy the milk if he already has the cow? So basically, long story short, if you're already doing wifely duties for a man, like cooking, cleaning, just like what you guys would do if y'all were married, why would he rush that process or to take that next step in your relationship? Now, I'm not saying like, I know my relationship, I know Josh. I think even if we were to move in together like present day, he still is the type of man that would commit to me in that way, but I just kind of like stand by that.
And I respect it. I respect it at the end of the day. I understand that, like, in order for those things to move forward, you know, things have to happen in order. It just
for us, that's our relationship.
That's literally
we have
us.
A certain order. We ideally like,
You know, get engaged, move in together, you know, married, spend time
for a while, traveling the world,
then have kids.
Yeah,
like we want
it
to happen in that order. Like, there's something about that order that really like resonates with us. Some people may not want that. Okay, some people may want the baby first. Maybe some people just may want that baby mama, baby daddy kind of relationship.
Right.
Who knows? I don't know. I really don't.
That's what we've decided to do.
We know what we doing
so
right here.
So that's our stance / my stance on like moving in with a man beforehand. The weird thing is though too, because we met in college, I think when we do move in together officially, it's not gonna be, nothing is gonna catch either of us off guard. Because like we spent so much time together,
and like it's not gonna be an issue for us to like split bills or like split things like that. You know, we already do that basically when we go out. It's like sometimes I'll pay, sometimes you pay. Like I got over that hump year 2 type thing. I think that's the one big hump with moving in, kind of like cohabitation in terms of like habits and spending. I think those two things would lock you up. But other than that, I think we would be great.
What does it mean when a guy treats you like his girlfriend but says he's not ready for a relationship?
Treats you like a girlfriend?
His girlfriend, but says he's not ready. So he's not trying to give the title, but does the boyfriend duties or whatever.
That sounds like a difficult conversation, or he's for the streets. Most times when guys are afraid of titles, it's more so because, and it's not even like
trouble.
And I hate making the streets sound like it's just a negative place to be. If you want to be single, you want to be single.
Right.
That's it. Like at the end of the day, you want to be single, but yet you still want to know dibble dabble in the streets, whatever. Okay, cool. That's your prerogative. Where my issue lies is when guys or girls try and lead on another party that is actually down for commitment without saying like, yo, I'm not feeling the commitment right now. Don't say like, I'm not ready for titles, I'm scared of titles. Just say, look, I'm being single right now. I really like you and I see some potential in you. And I see that like maybe someday.
It sounds like he might have said to her. So it's kind of the ball is in her court in the sense of like, all right, now knowing where he stands, is your heart prepared to wait or walk? Exactly. Like you got to ask yourself, what do you want from the relationship, or is this something that you'd be willing to wait for if, big if, and when he decides that he's ready for a commitment and stuff. But to me, when people say that, I don't quite understand how you can be that invested in stuff into an entanglement but not want to be in an official relationship with someone. To me, that just sounds weird. Like when stuff don't make sense, I usually think it's some shady business going on personally. And that was like little boys that I used to deal with to be like, I don't want the title yet. But it was usually because they were on BS.
9 times out of 10, if it don't add up, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Like there might be some existential circumstances, but I wasn't really scared of the title when you brought it to my attention. I was like, oh, I thought we were. I didn't know. I was more so confused that we weren't. And then when you said we weren't, I was like, oh, okay, cool. You want to be my girlfriend? Like, you ready for that? I'm cool with it.
Because you were exclusive. Like, you were fine with being exclusive with me being your girl. And vice versa, you being taken. That's why I'm like, if somebody don't want the title, to me personally, and y'all are acting like you do,
that's where I have
something
this.
up.
How do you make a guy, once in a relationship, now friends with benefits, want a relationship again?
They were once in a relationship?
They were once in a relationship, but now they're friends with benefits.
Oh, honey.
Asking, how do you make them want a relationship again? You take the benefits off the table.
But they might not come back.
They might not come back.
All right,
there's a 50-50 because I don't know what's going on in relationships. There's a 50-50 chance that he says no. But you're doing exactly what she was just talking about earlier. Why would they buy the milk when they got the cow?
The cow, yeah. You're giving him what he wants anyway.
You gave him all the benefits. Yep. So
mine is having to be there for you emotionally.
Yes, you basically took off all the responsibility and gave him all the perks.
Yeah.
Like, you got to think about that one. What does he want? Take that off the table. See if he still wants you. If he doesn't still want you, then he just wants
He doesn't want the relationship anymore. There's nothing you can do at that point.
Would I be wrong to go back to my ex from 5 years ago to test the waters? We broke up on good terms.
Oh, no. Especially if he's single.
Yeah.
If it ended on good terms and maybe just that time in y'all's life wasn't the best time, because I do believe in that, like meeting somebody at the wrong time. Why not?
Test the waters
YOLO.
out.
But if he's taken, don't do it, sis. Karma
do it. Back up.
Every guy that I date tells me I have high standards because I'm saving myself for marriage. Well, that's messed up. They are not the ones for you. Trust me, honey. There are guys that are equally trying to like save themselves too for marriage.
They're respected. $7 billion million people. Don't get caught up by 5.
Yeah, not at all. You will definitely find somebody who either they're in the same boat as you or will at least respect your stance on that.
Don't ever sell yourself short just for complacency. Because
that's not a high standard. If that's what you want for yourself, that's what you want out of life.
Who are they to tell you?
Yeah, like
who are they?
Right. I'm in a long distance relationship and I feel the spark is gone.
If you feel that way,
yeah,
you need to say something.
I think so too.
Like, the other person's probably not blind.
Yeah.
So if you're not feeling it, chances are they're not feeling it. And maybe you guys can end on good terms.
And exactly.
Say like, we're not feeling it
and
right
then
now.
Come back if you guys are still single later down the line. If it's meant to be, truly, I know it's such a cliche thing, but if it's meant to be, it will come back together. But I do think if you're already feeling like there's no longer a spark and you guys don't even get to see each other like that, I don't want to say you're wasting your time, but I mean, you should. I'm not even saying go out and like go turn up with other people. Just enjoy being single, like not having that on your conscience of like having to feel obligated to talk to somebody every day, especially if you don't have any emotional connection with them anymore. To me, that is kind of a waste of time.
It's a waste. Yeah. Maybe you guys need to grow. Maybe you guys need to mature. Maybe you need to experience some new things and realize that was the person for me. That could have been the person that got away. But sometimes you don't know the grass is green until you go on the other side and see the grass ain't nothing.
Yeah.
I'm graduating this year and I'm thinking of moving. My boyfriend said he'll come too. Continued, is that a bad idea to move in together? Okay, hear me out, hear me clear, okay? You have to really take a good assessment of what this relationship looks like. One, who's paying for what?
Right, and like if she's moving to go to college type stuff, or she got a job?
No, she's about to graduate. I think it's graduating from college and they're about to move. And she's wondering, is it a bad idea for them to move in together? Status of the relationship is something you need to ask.
Big status, and also, will he be able to move and also start a life for himself as well, wherever you guys are moving to? Not just like coming along with your journey and just figuring it out aimlessly. Like, he needs a plan.
Yeah, if you're piggybacking him,
that's gonna end badly.
That's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary because, like, again, we're big on order of operations, right? The second you move in together, complacency can kick in fast.
Yeah. I also was gonna say too, you need to ask yourself very seriously, is that what you want? Do you want him to move with you? Don't just agree to do it because you feel like you might lose him or the relationship. You know what I mean? Make sure it's something that you're truly comfortable with. If you wanted to move and just not be on some single stuff, but just be on some individual stuff, enjoy your apartment in this new life that you're starting for yourself on your own. If he can't respect that, he's probably not the person for you. You know, so you got to do some deep like soul searching on that.
I pray that it's not you moving and he's just being a roommate.
Right.
And like, you're paying rent, you have everything set up, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna come and figure everything out when I get there.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. He needs a plan, but if y'all do it, he needs a plan before y'all. He needs an individual plan, you need an individual plan, and y'all need a plan. Like, y'all need a...
There's 3 plans that need to be made if y'all gonna do that.
Yeah.
3 of them things.
But good luck with whatever you decide. That's a big step. Somebody said, how do you know you're in love, in your opinion? By the way, love you guys. Love you too.
I think I've said this enough times. I'm gonna keep saying it. Sacrifice and compromise are probably the true indicators of love for me. Some people might say, like, you know, time and attention, love, or just consistency and being there for you in the relationship. Cool. But I think that mixed in with when we had our moments of like we almost broke up type stuff, and I really was like, yo, I don't know if I would be okay. I couldn't explain it other than love. I was like, maybe it's something, but I chalked that up as love. Like, I was like, yo, no, I can't. And I would be offended, highly offended or upset if I saw you with anybody else.
Highly offended.
Highly offended.
That's funny.
And upset.
Yeah, I would say in my opinion, I know I was in love when it was kind of like the thought of him not being in my life didn't feel right. Or even now, present day, because I don't even want to just scope it around like potentially losing somebody. Even now, like if something big happens in my life, I want to immediately tell Josh, like if you're at work or something. Or if I've had a rough day, you're the only person that I want to, I guess it's kind of like emotionally dumping on you, but you know, vent to about. You're just my person. It almost feels weird. Like, I do have my own individuality, but I do feel like a big portion of who I am was developed while I was with you.
Yeah, while in this relationship.
Yeah.
I owe a lot of credit to how I've matured because of you.
You too, though. That's
Yeah.
how I feel too. We've helped each other grow in different ways, and I think that that's why we feel so connected to each other.
Bonded.
In a healthy way, though.
Yeah.
It's not like a toxic thing where like we're gonna die.
Yeah.
But
we're both very emotionally invested in this relationship. So when that happens, when both parties agree to like give it their all, because a lot of times people might say they're giving it their all, but I don't think they're really giving their all. In the back of their head, they have some questions or concerns or something. I don't feel like that happens here.
And I would say on some kiddie stuff too. I forgot what the name of the song was, but Usher sang it of like, you know, you got it bad. When you're on the phone, you call right back type stuff. Like Josh can leave to go to work, and like within an hour, I'm missing him and stuff already. To me, just the fact that you're usually always a thought that's in the forefront of my mind, no matter what's going on in my life.
Yeah.
I know I'm in love or whatever.
And I mean, I've heard a lot of quotes that say like love is a choice. I mean, initially probably it was a choice. We made a lot of choices to make this relationship work. We made a choice to like, when things hit the fan, we made a choice to talk it out, stay in the relationship and figure it out. I would say love is a series of choices. It's not just one choice. It's not, I'm not just gonna say I'm gonna love you and that's like, that just set it in stone. No, it's a series of choices. When things get tough, what decision you make? Do you walk away or do you stay in the relationship? When stuff hits the fan, like what do? Those little choices make up love.
Parents pressuring me to only date inside my race and religion feels like violation of my right to choose. That absolutely is a violation. Absolutely. You, at the end of the day, your life is your own. Your parents brought your life to fruition, but you know, at the end of the day, now that you're here in this world, your life is your own decision. That I don't think that's fair or cool at all, that there's a lot of parents out there that try to dictate their adult child's life. Like, yeah, you helped me out as I was a child, you know, you helped me tie my shoe, take me to school, you know, whatever. But I think a lot of parents need to realize too, when your kid is no longer a kid, you gotta just kind of leave it in their hands and just chalk it up to like you did the best you could as a parent.
It dang near feels like sometimes parents feel like
they own you.
And
that's
it's like they raised you,
but they don't own you.
They don't own your life.
Right.
They have to own their own life,
right.
And they're trying to help you the best that they can. But at the end of the day, it's just the best that they can. Once you turn 18 and you're an adult and you don't live under the roof, every decision is now yours.
Yeah.
It's not theirs. And then you're thinking, like, I understand a lot of people would be scared of the disappointment of their parents.
Yeah.
But if you live by your parents' rules and you don't follow your heart or your happiness, somewhere down the road, you're gonna resent your parents.
Absolutely. And there's a big difference too between navigating and dictating. Like, parents are supposed to navigate their children, not dictate what your life will be, especially as an adult. So I feel like Josh said, not only will you resent them, but that'll be a huge life regret if you're literally basing your partner off of what your parents would want for you. So just make sure that you just keep in mind your happiness should be at the forefront at all times, whether it's a relationship with a significant other, whether it's with a friendship, whether it's your parents. Like, always be selfish with yourself.
Yeah, it's your energy and it's your life to live. You have a lot of decisions to make. And I know very strict religious cultures will like make you feel like it's the end of the world because you're deviating from what your parents deemed as the law. But I don't think, I hate to go down the religious route because this is social media and it gets very intricate and very tricky. But I don't think God would do that to you. I don't think he would tell you, no, you can't love somebody because they're of a different race
or a different religion. Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, God wants his praise. Yes, very much so. But we all come from different backgrounds, entire different cultures of upbringing. So like, you can't say that one is wrong and the other is right. You just have to respect the other one, or you just have to learn to understand.
How do you get more comfortable with your man liking other women's posts? You're asking the wrong girl, because
I don't.
Josh does not. And the ones that he does is like mutual friends of ours.
Here's the thing with Instagram. Gosh, I don't want to make other men have to like go through hoops and loops and do what I did, but like, I don't know. I was committed to the relationship, so I unfollowed all the females.
Because it's temptation.
Basically, when you click like, there's an algorithm that takes place on Instagram that like, if you like women's pictures, they say, oh, he likes those. He stares at those longer. Let's throw more in his face. And it's just more temptation, which just, I don't think it adds up to be conducive to a positive relationship.
Yeah, definitely not.
I don't think. I could be wrong. Maybe you guys are cool with that. You know, high five, patty cake, whatever. If that's cool with y'all in your relationship, females especially, because I'm sure y'all will have more issue with that than guys having issue with you liking other guys' pics. But potentially, I don't know. Again,
this is our relationship. This is based off our experience.
Relationship. All right, so we're a little different. But at the end of the day, I feel like social media is like the new dating apps.
Dang near.
Sliding
in
like
DMs.
These are shots being taken. So like, you know.
Yeah. So how to get more comfortable with it? You're kind of asking the wrong person. I think either you are or you aren't comfortable with it. If you aren't comfortable with it, then you shouldn't try to change yourself to make yourself feel comfortable. Yeah. Like how you feel is valid. You shouldn't feel like you're wrong for feeling a way about something.
Yeah. Or this person said, he did nothing wrong, but I still don't feel happy. What should I do?
Probably leave the relationship.
Probably leave.
If you're just not satisfied in it, you're wasting both you and his time.
Yeah. Realest thing we ever said. You might as well get up on out of there.
Yeah. What is a good surprise gift to give your boyfriend on a budget? I feel like I used to be really good at that type of stuff in terms of like memory boxes and stuff. So like a really cute gift that, yeah, that was a pretty like good budget thing. So like I got a memory box. Well, I got a wooden box from Michael's and like kind of decorated it and stuff and put like memories inside of it. So for example, I printed out a lot of like my favorite pictures of us together, and then I wrote on the back of them like what that moment meant to me, or what this picture represents to me, or you know, just something cute, something very sentimental. Sentimental gifts can go a long way when you're on a budget.
When you're on a budget,
have a lot of money.
Yeah, when you don't have a lot of money, it's more so about the thought at that point. And guys aren't necessarily that materialistic.
You don't think so? You're speaking for yourself.
Well, I guess I am speaking for myself on that point, because like when she gave me stuff like that, it meant more than
shoes or something.
Shoes or like a shirt or something like that. Now, I mean, granted, if she bought me a dope shirt, I'd be like, yeah, this is cool. Yeah, you got a cheap cool shirt. It's pretty cool. But it means more in the long game. It's almost like investment. It's like investment.
It is investing.
Relationship investment.
And it's kind of like too, anybody can buy you shoes. Anybody can buy you shirts and stuff like that. But if this is somebody you really care about too, and it's not even on no like scientific, like I'm trying to make him fall in love with me type of stuff. But I do feel like doing sentimental stuff like that on a consistent basis does set you apart from the average girl, or you know, like I feel like that kind of solidifies the relationship a little bit more.
Yeah. Also, men generally like to be catered to, and when I say catered to, I mean like if you don't cook often, maybe cook a meal. If
I hear you.
Or like, you know, randomly, like, you know, he works, massage after you get back.
Oh, you want to keep throwing shots, huh?
Ooh, I'm trying to help them. It could help us. I'm trying to help them.
Come on, next one, man. How can I be okay with giving my boyfriend space to have boy time and his own time? Girl, you ain't got much of a choice. You kind of need to have your own time and your girl time.
Yeah.
Like that sounds to me like you're kind of lacking individuality in terms of like, what do you like to do by yourself? Is it painting your nails? Is it listening to music? Is it binge watching Netflix shows? Is it painting? Like you need to figure out what you like to do.
Maybe
even it doesn't even have to be a hustle though. It can be a hobby.
I know it could be a hobby or a hustle. Now I will say hustles return in money and you get to do something fun. Hobbies, I mean, they could turn into hustles later. Either way, just find something that keeps you busy other than your significant other.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, then it's like
you're too reliant.
Yeah, you're just too reliant, and a lot of people don't like that much It's already enough responsibility maintaining the relationship, but then when you like, here's my heart.
Right.
Here's my schedule.
Here's my time.
And here's my time. Yeah. You have all of it. So now what do you do? It's like now I have to manage your schedule and my schedule because you don't have one of your own. So like I would encourage you to, I mean, find some girlfriends, kick it with, you know, go out, whatever. That way you're not constantly like harping on him when he's out with his friend. Because I can almost guarantee, you could probably be like, oh yeah, you can go out with your boy, you can go whatever.
Yeah.
You definitely gonna be curious if you don't have anything to do. You're gonna be like, what you up to? What's his location?
Yeah.
Who he liking on Instagram?
Right.
Like, you're just gonna be caught up in him again. So you need to just find yourself a little bit of individuality. How do you keep the relationship so fresh and not boring?
We're switching it. We switch it up all the time.
We switch it up often, and we try to do different things a lot. Like in the sense that like if we do something again, it'll be so far down the line it feels like we're doing it new.
I was gonna say we also kind of do I wouldn't say abnormal things, but we put in extra effort. So like when we did the drive-in movie theater, downtown dates, what did we do recently? The pumpkin patch. Like finding fun things to do in your area. In particular, like we live in Chicago. So there's a Chicago Instagram page that basically shows you a whole bunch of stuff to do around Chicago. That's how I ended up finding out about the pumpkin patch or the drive-in movie theater. So just keeping things, what do they say, how to keep things fresh and
not boring.
Yeah, doing stuff like that. And finding creative things to do, especially because we're all in quarantine and stuff. Netflix and chilling gets boring very fast. Like we're binge watchers, but we also know when like, all right, we're kind of over it. Let's figure out something else to do. So like even this summer too, we discovered our spot. That's where we go on Sundays and just kick it with each other on top of his car. We had a vlog showing that. So just be doing cute stuff, doing different stuff, doing stuff that's not basic.
Yeah, I would also say avoid what's the word I'm looking for? Routines. Routines can normally get boring. If you like every day we come home, we eat, we watch TV,
go to sleep.
It's gonna get boring.
Yeah.
It's gonna get boring.
Yep.
Like,
switch it up, definitely.
Switch it up.
You're right.
What are we doing tonight? Let's go out. You know, all it takes is one person to initiate it. You know, I'm trying to go out to eat tonight. Let's do something different.
Yeah, and it can be a slow, gradual thing too. Like at least maybe at the end of every month, plan out your next month of like, okay, on this day and this day, we're for sure gonna do something with each other. Like, and then it'll eventually become like kind of muscle memory or just naturally happen. But to start off, if it's something that you had difficulty with like not like trying to get out of you guys' pattern or routine, try to just hold yourselves to certain dates to hang out and kick it and do something different.
And don't be afraid to butterfly. Have a why not mentality. Like, you want to go out? Why not?
Yeah.
Let's go to the city? Why not?
Yeah.
You know, it's a great day. It's the weekend.
Nice weather.
Neither of us have work.
Yeah.
Let's go for a bike ride. Why not?
Yeah, we did a lot of bike rides. We walk. We do a lot of stuff.
Yeah. And remember, we were talking about that the other night. Like, just having a why not mentality would, like, open up your life.
Yeah.
Your friends invite you. Why not? Don't think, oh, I'm chilling.
Oh,
I'm
I'm busy. I'm tired.
I'm chilling.
No, we're young.
I feel like getting out. Like, that lazy mentality will hinder your happiness in life. Trust me. All right. This is the last one. Last one, because I got to go to work in literally 4 minutes, and I'm still sitting right here.
Don't say all that.
If I'm dating someone new, do you think it's important to discuss BB? If so, when? Here's the thing. It should be discussed before it happens. My mom and dad always used to tell me, if you can't even talk about it, you should not be having it. If you can't even discuss it, there's no point in you doing it.
In the beginning of our relationship, I was so like, nervous about like expressing what I liked or what made me feel comfortable or what didn't make me feel comfortable. Like to the point where when he used to say that to me, I used to get offended, but he was kind of right. Like if he's my partner and if I'm willing to basically strip myself bare for you, I should be also comfortable enough to verbally express how it makes me feel.
It should be discussed. I don't know when, but it should be before it happens. That's all I'm finna say. But that is all we have for you guys today. This is Therapy Thursday. We still have more.
Yeah.
We still have more.
So if you guys want us to kind of make this almost a consistent thing, kind of like Tea Time Tuesday, however, we won't do it every week. If you guys want it to be consistent, this for sure will be an every other week type of thing.
Yeah, we gotta figure out something with that.
Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and comment below every other, hashtag every other, and we'll know that you guys want us to keep these Therapy Thursdays coming.
Because we need room for other content that we want to do. We don't want to just sit down and talk all the time. We want to do some fun stuff so that way you guys can enjoy the ride with us. So anyways, that's all we have for today's video. If you haven't hit that like button already, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, I don't even know what you're doing. Bell notification button lets you know every time we post. Other than that, if you don't already know, I'm Hydrated Hero. She's African Beauty. Together with Josh and Easy. Now you can follow one of us. You can follow two of us. You can follow all three of us. You might as well follow all three of us because we are happy, healthy, and hydrated on all three. But other than that, y'all, until we meet again, peace, love, hair grease, and we out.
Right there.
Right there. I'm looking at it. Subscribe. You want to click that button.
You know you
click it.
Also, check this video out
right here.
You might as well.
That's quality.
Quality.
Right
quality
there.
content.
That's quality.
And
of course,
you might as well do right here.
You might as well do
right there.
Because this one's quality too.
All this quality.
You click anything you want.
Quality.